Tonight, we're talking The Force Awakens, a movie that promised to revive the franchise, but instead felt like A New Hope got blackout drunk at a frat party, hooked up with Disney, and 9 months later gave birth to The Force Awakens. 30 years after Episode 4, we get another desert planet, another droid with secret plans, another villain speaking through a voice changer, and oh yeah, another Death Star. But it's bigger.
Despite what your girlfriend says, size does matter. Let's duck roast The Force Awakens.
We meet Rey, living on a desert planet, scavenging old Star Destroyers for scraps. She's the galaxy's version of a dumpster diver, scrubbing old parts like a galactic Goodwill employee hoping to make rent.
But she's a white girl in a wasteland, so spoiler, she's destined for greater things.
BB-8 rolls in looking like the result of a one-night stand between R2-D2 and a soccer ball. It's less a droid and more a $40 Disney stock option rolling straight into your cart. Next up is FN-2187, later known as Finn, who has a moral crisis during a village massacre. He's the one black stormtrooper in the galaxy and surprisingly not responsible for any gun violence. Heroic move? Maybe. Or maybe he's just the laziest stormtrooper alive.
Shooting innocent villagers? Nah, man, that's too strenuous. I quit.
His rebellion wasn't moral, it was work avoidance. So Finn rescues Poe Dameron, and immediately you get 50 Shades of Gay vibes. The way Poe looks into Finn's eyes, that's not friendship, that's foreplay.
But Rey shows up later and ruins it by being a cock block.
So you'd think Finn would end up with Rey, right? Disney was sending all the signals. Maybe the Rey-Finn romance never happens because Rey's secretly racist. Think about it. Dude risked his life escaping the Empire just to chase after her. And she's like, "Thank you, Finn, but my destiny is in another sequel." Finn tries to hold her hand and she snaps, "Stop grabbing me!" That wasn't just about hand-holding. That was subtle racism. Maybe her real last name was Sist, Rey Sist. Because what's in a name? Everything. And let's be real, Disney wasn't about to let a brother get the girl. Nope, Finn gets jokes and jackets, while Rey gets the Force, the plot, the skills, and eventually the lightsaber.
Diversity and progress, folks.
So Finn tries to grab Rey's hand and she snaps, "Stop grabbing my hand!" That's not just character sass, that's Rey saying, "Listen, stormtrooper or not, I don't date outside my moisture farm." I know, my impressions are terrible. BB-8 rolls over, accusing Finn of stealing Poe's jacket. First black stormtrooper in the series, and he gets accused of stealing. I didn't realize how racist this film was. The Falcon gets tractor beamed and Han Solo strolls in like an Amazon Prime delivery of pure nostalgia. He's back, he's older, he's grizzled, and you can practically see Harrison Ford eyeing the nearest emergency exit. Just here long enough to cash that check and peace out. Kylo Ren, Darth Vader's emo grandson. Dude wears a mask like he's ashamed of his face, but when he takes it off, he just looks like a guy who works part-time at Guitar Center. Every time he's mad, he destroys control panels like he's stuck on a water level in Zelda. And when he interrogates Rey, he leans in with that creepy voice filter. "Tell me about the droid. Slowly. Oh yeah, baby." And notice how Kylo only kidnaps Rey. Finn, nah, he's black. So Kylo was like, "There's no ransom value there." So racist.
So Han confronts Kylo on the catwalk. He thinks he can get Kylo to turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah. Kylo does his little stab on the catwalk.
Even before you knew how this ends, you knew how it ends. It's Cinematic Suicide Note 101. Oh, my son's evil? Guess I'll just stand right here in stabbing distance. Swing! And down goes Solo, plunging like Disney stock after a Marvel flop. Rey versus Kylo in the snowy woods. Kylo should win this easily, right? He's trained, she's not. Kylo offers to teach her the ways of the Force. Translation, come to my dorm room. I'll show you my lightsaber. Instead, Rey beats him like she's been a Jedi for 20 years. It's the equivalent of a high school freshman knocking out prime Mike Tyson because he believes in himself. Finn tried to beat Kylo earlier, but the plot basically said, nah bro, this ain't Wakanda. So racist. Remember in A New Hope when they explain how to blow up the Death Star? No. Well, here, the Resistance basically says, yeah, it's just another Death Star. Shoot here, it goes kabloom.
That's not a plan, that's a YouTube tutorial.
Today, blowing up a Death Star clone with just 3 household items, an X-Wing, plot armor, and nostalgia.
So The Force Awakens ends with yet another Death Star destroyed by yet another last-minute X-Wing run, a villain crying his way into the next sequel, and Rey staring at Luke like he owes her a tip for his cold DoorDash order. The moral of the story? The Force wasn't awakened, it was just recycled. They slapped on a soccer ball called BB-8, cashed the merch checks, and salivated at the thought of untold fortunes awaiting them come Episode 8.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that on a future show. If you enjoyed me roasting the galaxy far, far away, smash that like button and subscribe. Because like Starkiller Base, I want this channel to blow up.